development team to follow up on those as well. There'll be a few things happening over the off-season. And of course, we've mentioned it a couple of times now, the Vulcans are off to the National Youth Tournament next week as well. And then Auckland up against Auckland Nui on October 13, a game, Troy, you and I have been looking forward to for quite a while now. We saw the return of the Auckland representative team at senior level this year, taking on the Tonga New Zealand residents. It's going to be really cool to see the 18s and 16s take the field as well.
Yeah, mate, I love the Auckland jersey, seeing the white V out there and bringing that back. So there's a lot of history involved in that, a lot of emotion and passion. And to see them come up against Auckland Nui, I know talking to Phil Tasmania, who, big shout out to him, you know, big effort in behind the screens and behind the scenes, is that there's a lot of old traditional families here from Nui that have learnt to play rugby league here in Auckland, you know, not in Australia, not anywhere else, and they certainly have a big passion for the game, and they're viewing it as a test series for their boys. So, you know, they, again, I said earlier, they're not coming here to make up the numbers, so I think we're in for a big clash when that all unfolds.
And remembering the Auckland team and the 16s will be made up of players from these two sides on the field today. So a wonderful opportunity for someone to push their claim as we prepare for another 30 minutes of footy here in the under-16 Open Division.
We're all good to go.
Back to it on the whistle of referee Zane Richardson. And, well, that is a horror start for South. They're offside from the kickoff. And
wow,
is that the little sniff that North need? Can they find a way back into the game off the back of this now? They're going to tap and go straight away and look to build some momentum here. So a golden opportunity for North to reverse what was a pretty disappointing first half performance here now and get some points on the board early. This is the 18, Ben for Puliai, who carries the ball forward now, and they get to a quick play of the ball as well. Watts. No, it's Lowy. Right up against the line here now, North. Swinging out the back, a difficult bouncing ball by
came in off the line fast. Great tackle.
And monstered that time by Ford on his opposite number. Back towards the middle of the park they come now. This is Bartlett. Kick goes in behind. That's cleaned up by South. So North got to work really hard now. Look to pin them down this end of the field. And just as I say that, a needless penalty. It's Hatch who's been pinged. And as a result now, all that pressure just gets let off for South. They'll kick for touch via the boot of Tui Polotu.
Bit of a shame, really. North started that with a lot of tempo, didn't they? Come down there, and it's just a... And
they made easy work rolling through the middle on that occasion, didn't they? But no result at the end of it on that occasion.
So South's on the grind now as they bring it into the 30.
Here's Morrison. Turns back into the inside and a bumping carry forward. This is Nigel Ito, who's just about been the best player on the field through these opening exchanges.
Nice little step
Powerhouse
here.
showing from the big man. And the dummy half is Carson. Morrison will swing it back to the middle. Ford holding it up. Just about gave himself up to an obstruction there and then kicks down to the corner.
Wasn't a bad kick either.
Chase is good as well. This is Proctor Harwood who will help trap North right on the 20. It's Junior Falsia who's taken the ground. Big contact there, dished out by Jeremiah McGrath. Hatch to the line. Just about breaking through was Hatch. Get to the quick play of the ball now. North again looking to roll down the footy field. Iki Tau, Marist Saints boy, Avondale College student. Payne holds it up, looking to put his back row into a gap. Nothing forthcoming on that occasion. Now they kick. This is Wikitira Mateo. Just struggling for that real killer punch right now, aren't they, North? Just seem to be getting through their work in the middle of the park okay, but not able to find any results off the back of it as yet. Still plenty of life left in this game, though. Ford gets to some front foot ball and then puts it through. Now there's a bit of a foot race on, and Hatch does well to get across and clean up, because bearing down very quickly was Jeremiah McGrath. Looking to make that a contested possession. He did just that. There's a bell ringer dished out. That is Zedric Timai. Comes out of the line. Hatch is down and back play as well. Walking wounded right now, North. No one really putting their hand up for the carries here at this stage. The outside back's getting involved. Chiming in now at the end of that backline move. This is the back row. Hollow.
Yeah, they look a lot more enterprising when they shift the ball around. Probably just need to back themselves, get a little bit of confidence. Nice little offload.
And get the second phase going now. Promote it via Ben Fapulier, who takes them up over halfway. Swinging out the back now. Hands on the ball for Lowy. Gets the offload as well, and now Hatch joins in, and Hatch has got space down the sideline. A little bit of footwork will stand them up, and North hit back, and they do so in beautiful fashion. It is Hatch who will score down to the right-hand corner. Put it down to the offloads. It was the second phase that kept that set alive there for North, and very nicely finished by Kiarden Hatch at the end. Let's take a look now on the replay.
Offload.
Gets it here and just clean set of heels on the kid. Does really well here. Gets rid of Tamai without too much trouble. And then this is classy here at the end. Just knows he just has to put that little bit of doubt in the fullback's mind, and as a result, steps his way over. Played for the Vulcans 16s, Hatch. He's a Mount Albert Lions boy, goes to Westlake Boys High School. And came up with an error just a few minutes ago, but has more than made up for it now. He's got his team potentially back into this one.
Yeah, kicker wasn't happy with the placement of the ball there. He's realigned it.
So it'll be Riley Wikitera Matao to attempt the conversion from about 2 meters in from the touchline. We mentioned earlier, there's a bit of a breeze down here at Cornwall Park now. Strikes the ball, and that will be away. So the score will remain South 18, North 4.
That was a test for you, Corey.
7 minutes gone in the second half here at Cornwall Park as my commentary partner goes to reach for the scoreboard control.
Hold it down. Yep, so.
Doing it all today, Troy Hardy.
Oh, just another day in the office, mate. We can see the other teams now slowly going through behind the hedge, start warming up. And way off in the back of, as we're watching the kicker take, it's the kick being taken, get that out correctly. You can see some games up on the far fields there being played as well. So there's a lot of activity down here at Cornwall Park today. Come down and join the action.
So Ford gets us back into it, and it is reeled in by Wikitera Matao. Lowy, Albert Grammar boy. Elan Payne looking to promote that second phase, and here's a nice little bit of footwork as well. Do apologise if we're picking up a bit of the sound on the...
Mate, it just goes to show there are a lot of people down here today, and there's a massive turnout. And so if you're parked in the wrong place, you're going to get towed. So, you know, come down and enjoy the rugby league for sure, but don't go and park on yellow lines, because, you know, you won't be there when you get back.
There you go, public service announcement.
Here we go,
there's
one now.
Our commentary. Now they work it down the left side. This is Watts. Hollabin thought about kicking now and instead will bring his half back in, who puts over a nice little kick, but that's beautifully fielded by McGrath.
Still going.
He gets ragdolled to ground 10 up from the line. That's a really good read from Jeremiah McGrath. He's been another one who's been a solid performer throughout this series, and I would think a likely
Still
candidate
going.
for a wing spot in the Auckland team. Shaking out a one now is Olive Fafita.
Great footwork.
Ball's come loose. That's going to be ruled a knock on. So getting a bit of luck going their way now, North.
Bit of time on the ball sort of changes things too, eh?
So they get another chance now to build an attack here and some more points on the board. Remembering these are 30-minute halves, so 20 minutes to go.
Don't know how many we're running on these. Back to the action, though.
Yeah, back into it we go after there's a bit of static in the background there. Do apologise if you're listening through headphones. I'm sure that wasn't too enjoyable for you. Go back and play the ball now. Tell you what, all of a sudden Hatch has really come into this game. He's looking very threatening at the back and certainly looks like the man that could
Hatch a plan.
potentially... I knew there was a pun coming at some point today, and it's actually not a bad one by your standards. Bump the ball forward now, Lowy. Back to the middle they come. This is Elam Payne, who's worked hard all day. They're going to spread the ball here, North. Come out to this left edge now. Iki Tau steps back inside, just short of the line now is Iki Tau. They're at 6s and 7s here, South. If North spread the ball, they're going to be a chance on the edge. Great marker defence. Brilliant. They get out there and they're going to turn possession over here.
Yeah, they certainly diffused that.
It's just a real effort play there from one of the South players, and now North are going to compound it with a penalty. And that's a killer for Coach Simon Ademir. Be really disappointed.
Inside the D?
Yep, up inside the 10. So penalty on the end of it. Ford will take his time here and just calm things down. It was a bit of a rough patch that South endured over the last few minutes. Puts that one safely into touch.
Off the ball, Rockins, hold, so. Boys, by touching your work.
Here's Ito.
You're going to try and take him to the line. Yeah, it's gone down. Well done.
Morrison to Ford. And to Tui Palotu. Beautiful
Great
offload
offload
from Tui Palotu. It comes to ground. It's going to be called back for a knock-on.
Shame.
But boy, big Latu, Tui Palotu got the arm free
Nice
and
little step going into that too.
looked likely for a minute there.
That's what us big guys live for. Love that stuff.
So off the back of the scrum, Payne takes it back at Tui Palotu. Straighten things up now. This is Afaiki.
Oh,
Big contact out of the line. Illegal contact as it is ruled by Richardson. But I tell you what,
he's felt it.
you could hear every bit of that hit there, and he's pinged him for a shoulder charge here.
Must have connected something on his arm or his wrist though.
So down in a bit of a troublesome state right now is Lowy.
They tap and go.
North know they're right in this one now. They have managed to slow down South's momentum that was gained in that first half, and all of a sudden we've got a game in our hands. This is Jacob Hollabun. Payne will go to the line. Elam Payne. Constant presence in the middle of the park for this North team. Now they shuffle play on. It goes out the back. Here's Hatch. Look out. Danger signs. Hatch Beats one, beats two. Good scramble defence.
Good
Gets around the
offload he
handle,
has.
though. It gets the offload away. We're still alive here. Payne now will promote the second phase. Looping ball up over the top. That's got to be a mile forward and is ruled as such. But I tell you what, the second phase from this North team has brought them to life in the second half. And again, that man Hatch, when he chimed in at the back line there, Troy, it was all on.
Most definitely. Every time Hatch has touched the ball, he's looking exceptionally dangerous. And looked like, you know, that actual play had stalled there, and he managed to keep it alive with his offload and still managed to get a bit more pressure put on. However, ball's gone astray, and here comes South again. And the territory certainly swung in this game, isn't it? You know, we're down inside South 20, and they're trying to grind their way back out, although that's not a bad grind considering the size of the young fella.
Tui Pelotu, he's causing some real issues now with his work off the bench. This is Booth back on for his second stint, looking for the offload. He'll get one. Promote it now. And
Great, still going.
comes out the back to Ulesi. And into touch.
So take him into touch, yeah.
Eventually.
There's young Peter Rhodes over the far side there, match managing. Bit of conversation there between the linesmen and the players.
So off the back of the scrum comes Lowy. Gets the offload away as well. Love to see the offload stats
nice.
for the second half. North have brought their second phase game. It's been pretty effective too. So they go down the left. Now we'll centralise through Iki Tau. Morrison involved in the tackle, along with Booth. Hollobin shakes out of one. No luck on the second. Now they get to a quick play of the ball. Here's Elan Payne lining up for another carry right in front of the Sports Safe uprights now. Tackles up their sleeve. Hatch shuffles the ball on, and then a dramatic little step, unorthodox offload to say the least, and Hatch is going to get ragdolled to ground here, and they're going to lose 10 or 15 metres, although we're going to go back for a penalty. Richardson with the arm up. This will go the way of North.
So give them a little bit of opportunity. Not really decisive on what they're going to do. Looks like they've worked it out now, though.
Payne goes to the line. Thought about promoting the offload there. Nothing forthcoming that time. Shuffle play now out to this left edge, short at the line. The ball popped up and Hatch wasn't expecting it, and as a result, ended up spilling the ball there, but it looked likely again down that left edge for North. Just can't get over that try line, and the clock now starting to become a bit of an issue for them as well as we enter the final 13 minutes here at Cornwall Park. Player down in background, cramping up for South.
Strapped or something. There's this little break in traffic. Yo is the call there from the football development boys. Working hard in the background, delivering the Region of Origin series, and a big thank you to them, Andy and his team.
So we wait for the restart of play here, and I can't actually see the player down and back play anymore, so I'm not too sure what the hold up is here. North will be pretty keen to get things going. There's no time off in this series, so clock keeps ticking. So scrum now to pack down. This is going to be a North ball at the end of it all. So not too sure what happened in the
Oh, the
build
big
up
push is
there.
on.
The old school push in the scrum, but North retain possession. Elan Payne to the line with some footwork,
Oh.
looks to offload, but it was a
They're untidy.
poor decision in the end on that occasion from Elan Payne, who's had a really good game, but unfortunately that time his selection just a little bit off. Toi Pilotu now carries forward. They're up inside the 10. And they have well and truly shot themselves in the foot here, North.
Yeah, that's a chance gone begging.
Tialiki forward. He'll take his time here. Put this one into touch and just look to rebuild. You touched on it before, Troy.
I
A
don't
real
think they've been out of the half.
tale of two halves, really, isn't it? It was all South in the opening 30 minutes, but you're right, just haven't been able to get out of their half in the second. And Toi Pilotu with the show and the go. Gets bumped to ground just over halfway.
Yeah, and this is first time venturing out.
Carson moves play on to
Oh,
Team
he wasn't
Mai,
expecting
breaks
it, and he's
down.
bobbled it.
North now on the ball. They just keep giving North chances, don't they? Payne. Was that forward? Certainly flat. Mahoney taking the ground.
Here come the trainers.
Lowy shuffles it on. This is Bartlett. Penalty for offside. So North now with
back
another
to
chance.
back down here, aren't they? So another opportunity. Let's see what they do with it.
The tap and the go. Here's Mahoney. Inside the 10 now. A little stutter out of dummy half. They'll go very close. Held up as the call. Options left and right. They are set heavy towards the middle of the park. That'll be where they go. And it breaks down. Well, messy stuff from North, who just have not been able to take advantage of their opportunities in this game.
And they've had a number of them, to be fair.
That time, really poor knock on there. There was really no need for it. Tackles up the sleeve. Patience was the name of the game that time. And it breaks down, and well, with 9 minutes to go in this one, it's certainly not over just yet, but South, if they can complete a few sets and start to dominate that middle, they're odds on to pick up a valuable victory in the overall standings here now. Nice little play out of dummy half, and they'll catch them inside the 10 here. Both teams being caught creeping inside the 10 on a number of occasions over the last few minutes. And as a result, Richardson's going to have a chat to them here.
Didn't pick any of that up. Well, I got that, boys. You need to calm it down. So let's go.
Fair call. Tap and the go. Forward. Ends it off and brings in Kolatau, who was pretty effective in the first half. Haven't seen a lot of him in the second. One man we have seen a fair bit of is big Toi Pilotu, who has made himself known, and I dare say the selectors over on this side of the field probably feeling the same way. We'll jump out of dummy half here now, and this might well split the game open. This is Carson. Mace Carson will score. That should be the game for South. We wait for confirmation. There it is from referee Richardson. But Mace Carson, just pure speed out of the bottom of the ruck. It comes off a bumping carry forward from Toi Pilotu, but just look at this. Gets out here, sells the marker on the dummy,
absolutely.
And then just too fast.
So really the first time down in this neck of the woods and 4 points. Great to see the passion too. It means something to them. As as we wait for the kick to come. And the big fella here pretty much does it all. Yeah, I'd say Auckland Nui would be hoping that this one, a few of these boys might be getting selected,
Yes, I dare say there will be some edge and middle forwards hoping that a couple of these boys are away on vacation come game day. So Tuipulotu now is going to attempt the conversion from about 2 metres inside from the touchline. Taking the ball a fair way back as well. He strikes it and it's a little bit ugly off the boot. Sort of spirals out away to the right and it's low as well. So the score will remain South 22, North 4. And after a pretty rough start to the second half where they had very little ball, South strike back there now and they are deserving of their lead, if for nothing else the fact that they have defended so well in this second half, just have not let North get over despite that glut of possession, Troy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think North too, probably, a couple of crazy silly errors didn't help. And, kudos to the South team. They've actually been strong on the D, but I think North's had a part to play in that as well.
So back to it we go. About 5 minutes to play here. Do stay with us. We've got the 14s to come, and that could end up being a
cliffhanger, yeah, absolutely.
Crucial game, not only for that series, because we saw a last-minute try to win it in Game 1 and then a draw last week, but also for the overall series. As it stands, we have North with a narrow lead, and we will update you again on the standings come the end of the game as we build into the third and final live stream game of the 2018 Region of Origin series. This is South on the ball. Here's Tuipulotu. Tuipulotu gets rid of one, looking for a friend. He wants an offload, gets there and links up with his fullback, and now it goes to Proctor Harwood out on this left edge. North scramble well, and at 22-4, that says a fair bit about the character of those young men who worked hard to get back there now. There's a little push there, a little bit of frustration perhaps creeping in.
Yep. Swapping Instagram accounts.
Hatch is the man involved in the tackle that time. Does very well despite giving away a few
it's just,
kgs.
Needs to be cool the jets.
Yeah, and I think Richardson's going to have a chat with them here.
So he's giving it a chip, and that's actually what's taking place now, just off screen. So while we're talking to the boys there, our cameraman's looking for the referee. There he is over there to the left. There you go. Well done. And it looks like somebody's getting binned.
Hatch is going to finish the game in the bin. And it was really just a more than anything, I think, a frustrated act there from Hatch. And,
well, that's a shame. He's had a big day today for the North team. And just let the situation get the better of him as the South guys try to bend the line.
That's Big Booth. Timai. Ford dummies and then comes back to the inside, and guess who? Well contained this time though is Tuipulotu. Looking to put the cherry on top here herself. Timai jumps out of dummy half, too easy. And almost a carbon copy to the one he scored in the first half. Zedric Timai, he jumps out and says, I will have that any day of the week. And adds another one to South's tally. And not surprising, it starts again with a carry from Tuipulotu, which draws in a number of players.
3-4 defenders off him there, and with one being in the bin, it's just too hard to defend at that sort of close range, and I don't think, no one touched him. He went in clean. And don't go away after the break, ladies and gentlemen, as we lead in for the last game of the day. We're going to catch up with Gordy Gibbons. And have a chat with that fine young man. Also, we'll have some ARL TV news and see what one has unfolded during this week at the Auckland Rugby League community.
So change of kicker now, Nigel Ito to attempt this one. And to a whole lot of laughter in the background, Nigel Ito pushes that one wide. I dare say that was a rather tongue-in-cheek attempt at conversion that time from the big man. So North now prepared to get us back underway.
Man, there's some serious warming up going over there behind that hedge too, just quietly for the next match. And look at this for a run.
Bit of rain starting to come down as well here at Cornwall Park after us starting the day to brilliant sunshine.
Oh, they're starting to run at will.
Kolatau is messy, it comes out, and that'll just about be all she wrote in this one. South to be comfortable victors here in the under-16 grade. Do stay with us, the under-14s to come. And without jinxing anything, I get the feeling this may be one of the games of the tournament we've got coming up here. Certainly the form guide suggests so.
There goes the buzzer.
So that'll do us. South win this one, 26 points to 4 over North in the under-16 open category. We'll take a very short break before we get into our build-up for the under-14 match, our final match of the 2018 Region of Origin Series. I'm now going to hand over to Troy, who's going to catch up with ARL Director Gordy Gibbons.
And just before we wait for Gordy to arrive into the commentary box, we're just going to see a little bit of ARL news and then we'll be straight into it.
Welcome to this week's edition of League Lens. Let's take a look at what's happening around the grounds. Holiday Blasts. Do you want to train with Toa Samoa? Well, here's your chance. The Toa Samoa under-18s will be at the Hibiscus Coast Holiday Blast. We've also got our Waiuku Holiday Blast and Cornwall Park 3-dayer next week and the following week. If you haven't registered, get in quick at aucklandleague.co.nz. Auckland vs Niue. The best of Auckland's under-16s and under-18s team will take on the Auckland Niue team on Saturday, October 13. The best 16s and 18 squads will be selected from the Region of Origin Series.
Phil, just talk us through what it will mean for the players and the families to be running out there in an Auckland Niue jersey.
Historic. This is very historic. It's an epic event for our Niuean community that follow rugby league. Auckland is pivotal for us because the Niuean people learn how to play rugby league in Auckland, not in Australia, not in Niue, in Auckland. And so for a number of those families, they're old families that have been around a while, and it's really exciting for our people. We've told these boys that this is the closest you'll get at the moment to a test match. You're playing for your country, and we're playing Auckland's best, and we're not here to make up the numbers.
More info on that clash can be found again on our website at aucklandleague.co.nz. Region of Origin Series. It's the final game day of our Region of Origin Series supported by the Rugby League Development Foundation. Only one game separates the best region of Auckland, so who will it be, North or South? If you can't get to Cornwall Park this Saturday, that's okay. Make sure to tune in live at aucklandleague.co.nz. We'll be live from 10 a.m. Last but not least, I'd like to congratulate the Dally M Award winners. Papakura Equal Jazz Tevanga, who got Interchange Player of the Year, Maris Saints Jr. David Fusitua, who got NRL Top Try Scorer of the Year, and our Otahu Leopard Jr. Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, who walked away with the 2018 Dally M Medal winner. I'm Savannah Shafalevi. We'll see you next week.